Hi there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'm H2Ho, the H stands for Harley, and I'm here with the Kite Trust today to speak to you guys about herstory, specifically the herstory of drag and where it all came from. So, let's get on with it then. So starting off with ancient Greece, around 500 BC, women were not allowed to be on stage because, it was considered too dangerous for a woman, whatever, right? Just good old-fashioned misogyny. And so what would happen was male actors wore masks, and then they also performed women's roles. But note here, throughout this, throughout the video, as we say women's roles, what we really mean is more because people at the time would not have had the language and knowledge about these things that we do nowadays. Obviously, it would have been totally different, right? Nobody back then would have said, oh, I'm transgender, you're genderqueer or gender nonconforming, because those are things that we only really have words for nowadays. But, these people might have felt that way. And probably a lot of them did, because as you can imagine, it would have been an outlet for some of these people who were born as guys to express femininity and have that freedom to do it in a safe space, which is kind of how it's always been treated in theater. Although we don't quite exactly know what stage the word came about, we know that the term drag generally comes from theater, and it comes from the fact that, or it's thought to be because of the fact that when you would put on these long dresses, playing female characters, they would drag on the floor, and therefore people, when they would put on their makeup and their dresses and stuff, would then go, oh, I'm putting my drag on, it works. Moving on to Shakespeare, which was about, the 1600s AD, theater was considered a very low form of entertainment. It was very lewd, it wasn't a place for a lady to be in, and therefore young boys a lot of the time would dress up as women and they would play these characters that were women. But at the same time, even back then, obviously, even if it was a guy playing a girl, these drag queens, what we would call nowadays, or just males impersonating females, would still get paid a lot of the times less than their male playing counterparts. So even when there's no women on stage, still sexism, somehow.